I know. Mahfouz, where the heck did you go? I wasn't feeling 100%, okay? But now we're back. So let's get stuck right in. It's the 6th of August. Well, it was yesterday. And Ghana witnessed one of its worst aviation disasters in over a decade. That's 10 years for those who don't know. When a military helicopter carrying 8 people crashed into the Ashanti region in Ghana, killing everyone on board. Among the victims were Defense Minister of the whole country, Edward Omane Boamah, and Environment Minister Ibrahim Murtala Muhammed. Now, I speak Ghana's official language, English, but not their local languages, so excuse me if I butchered the names. The last second one was Muslim, so I think I managed. Now, along with these two gentlemen, another 6 high-ranking officials also lost their lives. The Z9 helicopter that was carrying them disappeared from radar shortly after taking off from Accra, the capital of Ghana in the south. It's a coastal city, heading northwest towards the gold mining town of Obuasi. Now, the officials were traveling to an event in the gold mining town of Obuasi focused on combating illegal mining known as Galamsey. Galamsey, gather them and sell. Galamsey, it's a sort of squashed up sentence into one word. It's derived from Pidgin English. And English is, as I said, Ghana's official state language. Fun fact. You can thank colonialism for that. Standard stuff. Going places and teaching people English where absolutely the Brits weren't invited. It's why I'm speaking English to you here every day in a suspiciously posh at times British accent. Anyway, moving on. Galamsey, sort of low efficiency, often illegal mining, has been a problem for the Ghanaian state for years. So the ministers were on their way to a meeting to come up with ideas to tackle the Galamsey operations. John Mahama, the president of Ghana, was originally scheduled to attend but delegated to his ministers instead, saying, no, you guys go on that helicopter. It's nicely decked out. Don't worry about it. You'll fly smooth. The decision was, some are saying, a decision by the president that basically saved his life. Had he been on the plane instead of these two heads of government branches that he sent in his place, the nation would be mourning him and not them two. And mourning there will be. Ghana has declared 3 days of national mourning with flags at half-mast nationwide as a symbol of the sorrow faced by the nation at the loss of their government branch heads and support staff. Half-mast flags are basically, flags on poles, blowing in the wind. They're sort of raised only halfway. So they look really weird on the pole, but it shows that the nation is going through mourning and is something tragic has happened, right? The tragedy has created a gap, it should be known, analytically speaking, in the leadership in Ghana. But geopolitically speaking, the Ghanaian state is not one that suffers from significant instability. In fact, is very stable as far as my research has allowed me to conclude. It's a West African state, relatively free of all kinds of madness that many other West African states are suffering from, unfortunately. It's democratic, bonus points, obviously, for Western countries, favorability rating wise. It's got decent ties to its neighbors, no aggressive adversaries. It's got its problems, by the way, and no doubt about that. It's defaulted on IMF loans back in 2022 and is still trying to sort that out in terms of their state finances. But the summary is Ghana is not unstable, especially compared to some other countries in West Africa that are battling their challenges, internal, external. Fun fact, for example, Ghana's just south of I'm just trying imagining the map in my head. Is Ghana, is Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali. That's the Alliance of Sahel states, of course. Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. A lot of stuff to unpack on this channel about Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. Very revolutionary, sort of overhaul the. Here is the table that the colonialists built. We're going to flip the table. Let's go. That's his sort of way of operating in West Africa. Very exciting time for many people there, and I go through the geopolitics, of course. Ghana is a lot more quiet. It's like a quiet neighbor in the south, so not much drama. My assessment, based on the available public sources, is that this helicopter crash was not some sort of dark attempt by enemies of the Ghanaian state to take out key individuals or the president, before he made that itinerary switch. Though the military in Ghana is still conducting investigations, so nothing can be ruled out yet. One thing is for certain. Ghana was intensifying efforts to tackle small scale, often illegal gold mining operations that have plagued the country's gold rich regions. Where, it would be much better if established, working closely to the government, established companies were doing large scale gold mining, setting up jobs, exporting the gold, giving a portion obviously in taxes back to the state that can reinvest. That's much tidier than, sort of bootstrapped illegal cowboy mining, right? But for better or worse, this idea to crack down on that kind of illegal gold mining seems to have been delayed for now, because of this helicopter crash. We of course hope that the Ghanaians can move forward into the multipolar world that is the world that we are all heading towards, and that the Ghanaian people can find success and maintain peace and attain prosperity as a state. Now, fun fact, Ghana's official language is English, as I mentioned, but they also have their local languages. One that stood out to me was Twi, spelt Twi, but you say it Twi. And in Twi, I say to you, Mehdase. I think that's how you say it, which means thank you for lending me your attentive ear. And for the unbiased news and analysis without the spin. Without did I just forget my own catchphrase? For the unbiased news and analysis without the Western spin, I'm Mahfuz, potentially rebranding as News Baba. And I'll see you on the next one. We're back.